Have you been thinking about making a character build in Destiny 2 but not sure where to start? Well, let me help. Hey guys, my name is Words, and today we are going to talk about a basic build that you can create in Destiny 2 for Season of Arrivals. It's basic but very powerful. At the end of the video, you will have enough information to be able to create multiple builds. First thing first, this Season of Arrivals brought back some of the mechanics from Season of Dawn, which is charged with light. When you are charged with light, your weapon deals at least 20% damage. Take this with a grain of salt. Anyway, charged with light can come from many different combinations, so where do you start? Well, you need to have at least 2 sets of mods to go into 2 pieces of armor for the mechanics to work. Certain mods have an affinity, meaning they could be void, solar, or arc. Therefore, you have to match mods with pieces of armor that have the same element. Void mods with void armors, solar mods with solar armors, etc., etc. If you look at any mod closely, you will be able to see what type of armor they can go into. Also, if you want to see what mods go where and what mods you have acquired so far, just check out the collection and you will have a better idea. You just need to check them out and see what they do. Mods will indicate what season they come from. Speaking about season, if you miss a season, you just need to keep an eye for the gunsmith. He sometimes sells mods from previous seasons, so good luck. Hopefully by now you will realize that some of the best mods are general mods because they don't have any affinity, meaning they can go in any pieces of armor, which brings us to our basic build. So today for our basic build, we are going to use 2 of the best general mods in my opinion. The Taking Charge mod and the High Energy Fire mod. The Taking Charge mod states you become charged with light with picking up orbs of light. The High Energy Fire mod states while charged with light, gain a bonus to weapon damage. Each defeated enemy consumes 1 stack of charge with light. When making a build, I usually start with my class item, where I usually socket the Taking Charge mod, which costs only 3 energy. Then I put the High Energy Fire mod on my helmet, or my arm or chest piece, whichever is more convenient. That is the benefit of these general mods. You can use them however you want to accommodate your build. Anyway, once I have those 2 mods in place, I have myself a build. Then let's go test it out. So we are going to the slot sector. So the first thing we're gonna check to see what we got going on. We got Taking Charge on my class item, and I also have High Energy Fire on my helmet. So that means I am ready. That's all I get. So the other ones don't have any mods, and you see, that's all we got going on. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to try to make some orbs. So it is important that you have weapons that can create orbs. So I'm going to go over this orb. So as soon as I walk over the orb, I'm charged with light. Now my weapons can do damage. See, it becomes very powerful. So it doesn't matter what weapon you use. As soon as you kill an enemy with that weapon, it consumes the charge with light. But every time you pick up an orbs, now you're powerful again. You see, it doesn't matter which weapon you use. So if you're using weapons that have masterwork version, so when you kill multiple enemies, you charge with light. Or if your friends are playing with you, they make orbs, you pick up those orbs. So any kind of orbs that you can pick up or from anywhere, it will be good to go for you to pick it up and then walk over it, and then you will be charged with light. So it's as long as you can pick up orbs, you'll be charged with light. So I'm charged with light here. I'm going to use my sword, and as soon as I kill the enemy with the swords, you know, I consume the charge with light. So you can go and pick up, if you pick up a lot of orbs, and that means you can have multiple charge with light. That means more damage for you. So you can just pick up 1 orbs, and then you become charged with light just 1. You only get 1 stack. So right now I'm gonna pick up 1 and 2. So I'm charged with light times 2. So that means I can use it twice. So I consume 1 because I kill the enemy, and I consume another 1 because I kill another enemy. So that's basically how it works when it comes to charge light. This is a basic build that you can do, to get some awesome damage, so it is very simple. So now that you know how this works, so that means you can create other builds that are a little bit more kind of sophisticated, but this one was the basic build that you can create. So let's stop right here, and then we'll talk about some other builds later on. Now you know the basic, you know how to create your own build. It's time to explore some more options. So every season the vendors always selling mods, and this season, since we're talking about charge with light, so you need to pay attention to the prismatic recaster, because they are selling mods that have deal with charge with light. So every day come here and check. There's this one in rotation on a daily basis, so that might work. For today it says kindling the flame. So while charged with light, reviving a down guardian gives you a burst of healing, consuming 1 stack of charge with light. And then there's also this mod right here that when you rank up the prismatic recaster, then you could get that one. It says become charged with light by rapidly defeating combatants with pulse rifles, sidearms, or submachine guns. So there are a lot of things you can do with mods, and in the kind of way you can create your build. It's all a matter of your play style, what you like to do, and how you like to play. So again, I give you the basic with taking charge. Now let's say, for instance, if you wanted to create another build that it doesn't have to do with the taking charge mod. So there are some other ones. There are empowered finish. This one say become charged with light by finishing combatants, consuming 1/10 of your super. So that requires you to take some of your super to get charged with light. And then this one, shield break charge, become charged with light by breaking combatant shield with the matching energy type. And then this is the one that we're using. And then you also have this one from the last season, like with this Seraph Tower. You could have used this one. You know what I mean? So again, when we were talking about the armor affinity, this is the armor, this one is arc, and then the armor also showed you, the type of mods that can go inside piece of armor. So as you can see right here, everything here is arc, and all this materials arc. And then these are the general mods that don't require any affinity. That means you can use them in any other piece of armor. Like for instance, if you go to the leg, you can see you can still use this one, you can still use this one, because they are general mods, and also you have the chest piece, same thing, you can use them there. And then you also have the arms. That means you can use them there because they are general mods. Now that we are on this subject, and then this is an arc chest piece, I'm gonna show you the most powerful mods for this season. It is this one right now. Right now everybody's trying to make a sword build, because sword is very powerful. With the season has with two good swords, you can make a very good build. So that's what I'm talking about when you move from basic build to a little bit more complicated build. So instead of using the taking charge, you can also use this one, but you can see it costs you 4 energy. So that means if I were to use that mod, I need 4 more energy. Right now, since I'm using this discipline mod, so I don't have enough energy, so I have to add more energy in order for me to be able to use that mod. Now I won't have the resources to do it, but you get the idea how this works. Again, this would be a very powerful build if you want to create that build. Now there's also this. If you want to do this one, you can also use this mod, you know what I mean, to create a build. That one costs 5 energy. And so you need to have a lot of resources in order for you to create some builds. That's the reason why some people, always running out. Also, I forgot to mention that some of the mods, they have 2 different perks. And then you can see when you read this, it says this mod secondary perk is active when at least one other arc mod is socketed into this armor. So if I had to give you an example, for instance, let me take this mod out so I can be able to show you. now that I take this mod out, I can use this sword mod if I want to, because I have enough energy now. Now you can see the other perk is kind of dimmed, which means I can perk that perk is not be active. But if I want this to be active, I need to use a mod that is arc, like any other mod. So for instance, I'm going to use this one, and that's only 1 energy. So as you can see now, the perk is activated. Now, you know, it used to be dim. Now as soon as I put an arc mod in this same piece of armor, and it becomes activated. So that's what the secondary perks does. And then this is where you would do a lot of damage. You say, because it says greatly increase the charge rate for your equipped swords. And then you also say when you charge with light, dealing damage with sword gives you bonus sword damage for 5 seconds, consuming 1 stack of charge with light. So if you are creating a sword build, this is what you would use. Like I said, there are many options for you to use your build. So it's just a matter of you trying to do what you want to do. And also another thing, like I said, some of the mods, they have affinity. That means a void mod would have to go in a void armor, right? Like if this is solar, my helmet is solar, so as you can see, all the mods that would go in there would be solar. You know what I mean? As long as they have an affinity, they would go in there. If they don't have mods with no affinity, would go anywhere. But if the piece of armor required a Mars, and then that Mars has an affinity, you have to use the sim. So what happens if you don't have enough resources? All you have is, say for instance, all you had is arm piece of armor. What can you do, right? If you have a piece of armor and there's a mod that you want to use and you can't use it because it's require void and you don't, and then you have arc, then what you can do, you can switch the mod right here. So this void right now, if I want to switch this, I can switch this to arc if I want to. It require an upgrade, and then that's one upgrade module in order for me to use that. Then you would have that Mars, and then that armor, that piece of armor can do whatever an arc piece of armor can do to get an arc mod to go in it. So those are some of the most important things that you need to know when you create your build. Again, the first thing, you need to make sure you have a lot of resources, and then you also need to make sure you unlock the mods. And I'll already show you where you need to go to check out the mods that you have and the mods that you don't already have. Again, if you're missing a mods from a past season because you weren't around, then you can just visit the Banshee or the Gunsmith. Sometimes he's selling those mods, and also the vendor for this season is also selling their own mods. So you just can check out the mods and then find out what kind of builds you want to create, and then just take it from there. And that is basically all you need to know to create the build. Again, you need to go to the collection and check out all the mods and read them and see what they do, and then decide how you want to create your build. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this informative. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comments, or subscribe. I will be most appreciative. See you guys later.